You called down the thunder, well now you got it. You see that? It says United States Marshal.
Quiet. Please don't kill me, please. Please.
Take a good look at him, Mike, because that's how you're gonna end up. The Cowboys are finished, you understand me? I see a red sash, I kill a man wearing it. So run, you cur. Run! Tell all the other curs the law's coming! You tell them I'm coming! And hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me!
Hell yeah. Alright. Welcome, Chef Nation. This is the first stream of 2020. Fuck, we're gonna start off with a banger. Picard Season 3. If you are new to this channel, I've legit done both seasons leading up to this final season. So I highly suggest you go back in the what the fucking archives and check them out. Couple house cleaning fucking notes before we even get this fucking live stream started. Before we even get it started, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the gaming channel Black Death Gaming. I'll fucking pin it when I have a second, or one of my moderators will do it. Or actually subscribe to our sister channel Green Death Gaming, because Black Death Gaming's temporarily on ice right now. But that's the other channel I have with two other of my buddies. Let's see what else. I'll be doing this review of the complete final season of Picard Season 3. Fuck. I might do another review on another show, I don't know just yet. But yeah, first initial thoughts before we even get started on this final season of Picard. The man who actually fucking took control of this final season, I'm gonna say it right now. They should have let him do the whole complete fucking series. This is what Star Trek was all about, folks. This episode that I'm about to fucking go in, I was entertained. I wasn't bored. I wasn't looking at my phone. I wasn't switching Twitter. I wasn't looking at my watch. I wasn't fumbling around in the PlayStation store. This episode caught me off guard. For one, I was expecting, okay, for season 1 was shit. Season 2 was just even worse. Season 3, I'm like, let's just throw it all in the barrel, fish in the barrel. This was good. This was actually fucking good. This is what Star Trek was all about. How it was originally written. How Gene Roddenberry actually fucking goddamn, it was good shit. All right, we're gonna get into this shit just because this was all. There was a lot. There was a lot in this 52 fucking minutes of an episode, which was really fucking amazing. Like I said, my mind is still blown because I'm sitting here going, holy shit. They actually did something right. And it took them 3 seasons to get it right. Too bad it's the last season. But we're going to review this shit the best way I can. And this one's actually going to be an entertaining live stream, because this actually episode made me fucking happy with a couple minor issues, but we'll get to that as we go through. This is literally how it starts. It starts off, you're the 25th century, reminder. Now, forget the minor things you need to remember in the first 2 seasons are 2 specific things. The Romulan chick, Laris, she's still in there. Her and Picard are now a couple as of last season. Yay. And goddamn, she's still in this fucking picture. I'm kind of hoping she dies this final season. Rafi and Seven may or may not be together. I'll answer that further in the fucking review. Pretty much, Rafi's like, I don't know, John Luke's, I don't right hand girl. She met Seven. Seven ate her out. They were together for 2 fucking years, all the way up to this season. Anywho, so you start off the season. You start off this episode of the 25th century. We see. Let me see if I can actually get like a really, really good shot of her, because goddamn, I'm gonna tell you, Gates McFadden. She's she's one of my favorites. Hey, I'm doing a live stream, little chef. Shush. Jesus Christ. So she actually gets awakened because there's shit going on. So you're kind of going through all her shit of like all her nostalgic shit. So you have like her mask, like her husband. God damn it, I'm gonna blank on his fucking name. But she has his uniform. She's got pretty much all the nostalgic shit that she's left off in the Enterprise, which is great. In the background, you hear a transcript. I took a lot of fucking notes. I took like 2 fucking pages worth of fucking notes because this is so great. I didn't want to miss a beat. Um, there's a song playing in the background called classic song. It's I don't wanna set the world on fire. It's a really good song. I can't remember the artist, but if you look it up, it's really fucking great. That's playing. Shit's rattling. Beverly's awoken. But she also hears you hear a transcript of Picard back in the day of talking about how they came across this storm cloud, the Borg, all this other shit. So it's making kind of a little bit of sense. It's a little dark, but you see Beverly no longer a redhead. Don't care. She's older. She's fucking banging. She looks so fucking good, y'all. She looks so good. Gates McFadden has aged well. Whew. Anyhow, that's my nostalgia. I was so happy to see her. You start off with her. She's fucking going, okay, they found me. There's this other guy you don't really see, but you hear him. She fucking just seals him up across this fucking thing, grabs a shotgun phaser, and goes to work. Homegirl goes to work. This is the first time you've ever seen in Star Trek history Beverly Crusher actually go to work. This bitch fucked shit up. She killed 2 people. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. I'm not mad at all. She killed 2 people within her own goddamn right because they invaded her ship. In the process, after she gets struck, she gets hit by one. So she took one to the gut. After she killed the second guy, no, the first guy grazed her. She got away from the second guy, set it up where she hit like one of the little conduits and made some smoke, and she was able to that was kind of cool. Walk through the fucking smoke and just bam, 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 blast this motherfucker and just disintegrate him. It was great. That's all that's left of him is fucking ash. In the process, she goes to she hobbles to this transcript to this comm link where she sends this message, this decoded, excuse me, message to John Luke, Admiral Picard. Meaning she's pretty much saying, she's like, look, they found me. And she keeps repeating this specific word. I wrote it fucking down. I know I did. Where is it? Uh, 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 um, Hellbird. Boom. She keeps repeating this word Hellbird. It's this code word Hellbird, and she literally says, no Starfleet, don't trust anybody. Pretty much come and find me because I'm fucking dying. She's dying. Or so we think. I hope to God this wasn't the first and last episode we fucking see her, because god damn it. You're gonna give away and take away. It's great. Like I said, Gates McFadden looks really good for her age. I have no idea. I think she's in her 60s, maybe 70s. Don't care. Looks great. She gets the message. We go into this really cool kick-ass new theme that they actually added. I'm actually impressed by the theme song they did. They did a nostalgic TNG intro with a little sprinkle of Picard theme at the end of it. So you know that this final season is going to be heavily driven with TNG. So that was the first nostalgia berry. The second one, you start off, we're at the chateau. Picard's packing up the chateau. He's moving with Laris, that Romulan chick I mentioned. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, with her, which I like. I like her. She's cool. She was good. She was good. I like her. She's a good fit for her. Fit for Picard. I don't. I think he's still an android. He's dead. Let's just be honest. Motherfucker's dead. Well, who cares? So they're looking at this old painting of the Enterprise D, or was it the E? No, Enterprise D, and she wants to have it, cleaned. Blah blah blah. He wants to give it away, and this is the first name drop. Geordi. She wants to give it to Geordi because Geordi is he's running some museum, historical museum, and he thinks that Geordi would like to have it. And so he walks away. She kind of, this guy's getting ready to fucking take it. She's like, no, 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 no. She's like, leave it, leave it, leave it. So they kind of have a heart to heart. She's like, look, I know this is kind of rough that you're moving and you're leaving all your nostalgic, the past behind, blah, 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 blah. But that's the path. Pretty much this is the path that we've chosen. Now, here we get into the good shit. After this whole nostalgic shit. On a dark and stormy night. I did write that too. Because it was a dark and stormy night. Picard he's doing some last minute bullshit. He hears his comm badge, his TNG comm badge going off. He asks the computer, can you decode it? Blah, 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 blah. It needs a password. I fucking forgot to write down the password because it was actually something that he said in an episode. I believe it was season 4 or 5 of TNG between him and Beverly. God, they threw in a lot of fucking. It's one of those where it's like you got to know your shit. Which is really great. I enjoyed it. So Picard receives the message. He encodes the message. He then tells Homegirl what the message is about. She pretty much comes to terms that he's not going with her. So she said, hey, there's this really cool bar where I'm going to be at. You can see the sunset. I'll save you a seat. Pretty much saying, please take care. Please come back. I understand you got to do what you got to do. She's understanding. She's an understanding woman. Oh, Lindsay, if you're in the chat. Yes, you are in the chat. Hi, Lindsay. Hello, everybody. If you wouldn't mind penning Green Death Gaming to the chat, that'd be great. So we can get the sub count up on that while Black Death Gaming's on ice. Alright. Now we hit up this really cool bar where we find out Guinan, Whoopi Goldberg ain't in this, thank God, but her name is in there. She's been getting replicas of the Enterprise D because it's Frontier Day. Frontier Day is like this big thing now where you get old captains from the past talking about, I don't know, futuristic shit. I just know you get really cool new ships and shit on Frontier Day. Picard meets up with Riker at this bar, and he's like, "Look, I gotta talk to you." He's like, one-on-one. They pretty much sit down. They have a nice, beautiful discussion. Awesome discussion. They break it down as, look. Oh shit! I have to pin it. Okay, I'll pin it. Pin message. There we go. So they have this really beautiful conversation of like, look, Beverly pretty much after all good things, nostalgia. She pretty much left everybody. She left Riker, Picard, all of them, and didn't talk to them. She cut off communication. But apparently, between that time, Picard and her did have something. I'm just gonna assume something towards the end of this stream because I'm thinking something, and I think I'm 100% right. I think I could be Maury Povich in this. But we'll get to that. So he explains to Picard explains to Riker, look, Beverly's in danger. She's critically hurt. We got to go get her. She sent me coordinates on the edge of the star, at the edge of the system, the star system, where they can go before they enter Romulan space. Really cool fun fact. So Riker breaks it down. He's like, look, the coordinates are here, but it's not really what it is. He said, when you were incapacitated, and he goes, incapacitated. When he was captured by the Borg scrambled up a bunch of fucking, like, tech from, like, the Enterprise, meaning they could tap into all their shit. But there were always 3 extra digits. So the Enterprise was smart enough to add 3 extra digits to their coordinates, which threw off the Borg on where they were going. So Riker, remembering this, puts 3 extra digits in, and he finds Beverly's exact location where they gotta go. But the problem is there's no Starfleet. They can't trust anybody. Riker then poses a plan to commandeer a ship. Now, we're gonna meet up with Rafi real quick. This dumb bitch. She's working undercover for Starfleet. She's a fucking drunkie right now. I thought she was doing space drugs again. She made up this whole thing of like her lady left her, blah 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 blah. But in reality, she was really getting information out of this really cool drug dealer who's all in green, nostalgic. You remember the green lady from classic Trek? He gave her some vital information about this person called a person called the Red Lady. So she takes the information. She makes a transcription of like her handler going, "We need to talk." Blah blah blah. I really don't care for this actress. I really don't care for her scenes in this. I really didn't care. It was kind of one of those where I was like, okay, blah blah, talking points, blah 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 blah. I don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care. Let's get through it. Let's get through it. Riker and Picard. I'm actually probably gonna say number 1 a lot. Picard and number 1. They're kind of having a little bit of nostalgia because they realize they're getting old, and they realize this might be the last journey. Also, fun fact: Troy and Riker, their marriage is on the rocks. He kind of hinted that in the bar. He's like, look, my wife and kid, Troy, and my kid, whatever the fuck that kid's name was, they'll be happy daddy's gone for a little bit. I was like, ooh wee. Thank God. He was better, honestly. Riker could have done so much better than Troy. Let's just fucking be honest, folks. Anywho. So they end up commandeering. Ah, God. This beautiful, beautiful spacecraft. That's the USS Titan. That's Riker's former ship. That's the ship that he took over after Star Trek Insurrection when he became captain. So he commanded that beautiful, beautiful. The cinematography was just epic in this. The cinematography was great. The music was just, this is what was missing the whole fucking time with Star Trek. It's like if you were gonna do it all over again, this is how you were supposed to do it. Anyhow, dude, this was just great, great, great. So that's the USS Titan. He's like the captain, Captain Shaw. We'll meet this asshole in a minute. He's like, the captain's not really cool. He's like, I think you'll enjoy the first officer. Which you find out the first officer of the Titan is 7. But Fun fact: Captain Shaw doesn't like the fact that she was a former Borg, so he asked her to go by her human name, which is Annika Hansen. So her name in Starfleet is officially Commander Hansen, which is really weird to hear, but it's kind of cool seeing her in a Starfleet uniform. So she's the commander, she's second in command of the Titan. They make it look like they're doing um a routine fucking like little ship thing where they go through and blah blah blah. They're gonna go on a routine flight, blah blah blah, for Frontier Day. They're pretty much bringing this all around Frontier Day. Um, we get on the bridge, and you meet. Fun fact: that's Geordie LaForge's daughter. That's Ensign LaForge. She's an ensign twice. She's the pilot. Apparently she crashed a shuttle. And they let her behind the wheel of the goddamn USS Titan. Fuck it, why not? But also, quick fact: that's actually LeVar Burton's daughter in real life. So that's kind of cool that he's got his daughter on Star Trek working with him. I still don't like him, but his daughter seems pretty cool. Yeah, so they ask her to take out the Titan. They're like, "Hey, why don't you take her out? Let's go." Cool thing is, since upgrades have happened throughout the years of Trek, we've now reached the warp speed of 9.9. Engineering kind of no longer exists because it's all automated. On this particular spacecraft, there's really no engineering, which is very interesting. I'm kind of curious to see how they do that. Anywho, um, so Commander Hansen, god damn it, I'm just gonna say Seven because it's so weird saying that. Seven asks John Luke if he wants to take out the ship. He's like, no, why don't you? He's like, I think and he pretty much tells her, one day you're gonna be a captain. Like one of these days you're gonna be a captain. You're gonna have your own ship. You're gonna have your own crew. You're gonna do good things. Because in reality, in this particular scene, and I'm not bullshitting, I'm not blowing smoke. This particular scene, it felt good seeing Seven in the captain's chair, seeing her in a uniform after all the bullshit. Take away the first 2 seasons of Picard and just put in Voyager itself. All the bullshit and trials and tribulations that she went through on Voyager to get to where she is now as a commander is fucking amazing. It's a great story arc for her. Sadly, it had to come in this show, but it's great to see that she's finally getting that. All right, yeah, I was assimilated as a kid. I had no choice. But I worked through it. I'm human, part Borg. I was with the Rangers, whatever the fuck they were. Blah, 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 blah. And here I am, rocking it in a captain's chair. It was a beautifully well written scene and very beautifully acted. I liked it. Um, then we meet Captain Dipshit. I'm just gonna say it. This motherfucker. Okay, one, whatever the fuck he was eating was disgusting. Disgusting. They walk in. The captain's already eating. He was like, "Oh, hey, I'm sorry. Are we late?" And he's like, "Ah, no. I just decided I'm gonna start because you guys are just oh so popular." And because he's an asshole. And he plays an asshole very well. To the point where I'm like, I don't fucking like you, but I respect you. Um, so Riker and Picard decide to pretty much tell him, yeah, while we're doing this routine fly, I figured we'd go the opposite direction of where we need to go. And the captain dipshit, I'm just gonna call him that. Captain dipshit asks, why would I do that? Riker's like, for bragging rights, for Frontier Day, where we just push we push the limits, we set the bar, da 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 da. is so Captain Dipshit decides he's going to put his cock and balls on the table and try to slap. He literally slaps Picard and Riker with it because he looks at Picard. He's like, "You're retired, so I don't have to take orders from you." He looks at Riker. He's like, "You're a captain without a chair. I don't have to take orders from you. Request denied. I'm gonna take my wine and get the fuck on out of here." And he does. I respected that because in reality, he doesn't have to take orders from Riker because he's not in a chair. He doesn't have to take orders from Picard because he's retired admiral. He ain't got to do shit. He looks at Seven and he goes, "Look, you're loyal to me, not to them." Boom, plain and simple. He was a captain. He literally put his cock and balls on the table and he slapped him with it. So yeah, the harsh reality is that Picard and Riker had to swallow their pride and take it, which was good. A man taking another man's balls. Holy shit. And it wasn't a woman. God, great television so far. Yeah, it was a good scene. Meanwhile, back with Rafi, that's her granddaughter. She's looking at her granddaughter through some fucking thing, and her handler. This is okay. So Rafi's having this conversation with her handler. Her handler writes words on the fucking screen and she talks back. I honestly think you don't know who the handler is, but the handler does say something that kind of triggered something in the brain for me. I think her handler might be Worf, only because he kept I don't know if it is. I could be wrong, but if it is, he's doing a pretty damn good thing by persuading her, like, "Hey, you're a warrior," by saying, "You're a warrior, you're stronger than you think, you're smarter than you think. You do," and it's like, she's like, "You think you know me," and he pulls up her file. The person pulls up her file and goes, "Look, you've been reprimanded 15 times, you got substance abuse issues, you got this, you got this, you got this. I know everything about you." He pulled up the rap sheet. And so she's like, "Okay, so you got me." But like I said, this actress, it's fine. It's fine. The only reason why I'm tolerating it is because she's figuring out the keys to the puzzle as we're figuring it out. So I'm allowing this to happen because you kind of do figure out who or what the red lady is. We're getting to that. We're getting to that. But this was a really fucking great episode. So meanwhile, back on the Titan. I mean, look at that. That's beautiful. That's clean. That looks like it could be a tattoo. Hold on a second. I need to screen cap that. Hang on a second. Let me just crop that. Screen cap it. Boom. Email tattoo guy. Boom. Boom. Draw this shit up. Boom. Okay. Sorry. I had to send that. That's gonna be a tattoo. It's gonna be a tattoo. So meanwhile on the Titan, you've got Picard kind of reminiscing about the old days, which is great. This scene was great because you've got both of these guys on a bunk bed. This was their accommodations that Captain Dipshit thinks that an admiral and a captain deserve. They got them both. So this is how you know these two are getting older. Riker keeps complaining that the accommodation, he remembers being in bunk beds back in his cadet days, but not having to want to get up to pee every 5 minutes, which I was like, haha, old man prostate, love it. Dad jokes, I love it. Picard, his hands are stiff, his back is stiff, but he's an android, which is weird as fuck. Anyways, I thought it was cute. They get called. Seven calls them to the bridge. Seven disobeyed orders. She took them right where they need to be because she overheard the conversation. She took them right to the solar system where they need to be on the outer rim of the neutral zone. Before Starfleet really starts. You're in Romulan territory. You're in blah blah blah. Anyways, so she demands an explanation. She pretty much they pretty much tell her, look, we gotta go get a friend of ours. She's injured. She might be dying. We don't know. Blah blah blah. So in order for her to put her whole career on the line, she wanted to know, and they let her know. So she took him there. She literally took him there. She so she calls him to the bridge. This is also a beautiful, beautiful angle of the ship. I mean, look at that. It's got kind of like a Romulan warbird-esque body, but with a touch of like Federation class. I'm sorry, this is like Star Trek boring for me. I could jizz right now looking at this starship. My mouth is watering. God damn, it's such beautiful. I need something to drink. All right. We're getting to the good shit because we're almost done with this episode, and we're really getting to this good shit. Oh, Rafi. I think I might have forgotten, or we're getting to it. Yeah, we're getting to it. Okay. So Seven, she calls Riker and Picard to the bridge, and she explains to them, "Look, I've gotten you to where you need to be. You guys have exactly 4 minutes to get to this shuttle. Like, you guys have 4 minutes. Like, get to this shuttle, and you better take off within 4 minutes because the captain dipshit's gonna figure it out, and I'm fucked. This is the one in like your one-time deal." They take it. They say thank you. Captain Dipshit shows up on the bridge because he's woken up by the bright light, and he's like, "What's going on?" And he realizes they're not where they're supposed to be. And so he's all pissed off. He's like, "I demand a report through and through on every little thing that these two have done." And he's like, "Your career's over." And he's like, "Can anybody tell me where they are?" And LaForge's daughter perfectly acts out like she don't know. She's like, sir, there's an unauthorized shuttle launch in Shuttle Bay 3." And he's just like, son of a bitch. Meanwhile, the Flyboys, this is great. Meanwhile, the Flyboys, they're both trying to act like they're not having fun with this, but in reality, they're having a really great time. It's like the last fight. It's like Butch and Sundance in the last fucking fight. Like, this is great. Like, it's Butch and Sundance in the 25th century. This is what I expected out of these two guys. These two Flyboys, old as fuck. So they're getting close to where Beverly may be. Riker's like, having that whole, "We're actually fucking doing this, blah 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 blah," you know. You know what I mean? He's a happy boy right now. I'm a happy person. I'm a happy Trek fan right now because I'm laughing with him, going, "Oh my god, I'm laughing because this is a good episode. It's not shit." Um. Meanwhile, Homeboy just realized he is fucked because he lost an admiral and he lost a captain. He's like, "I want to report, blah, 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 blah." Seven's just like, "My vagina's wet because I'm satisfied. And, I'm gonna rule. I'm gonna take over your ship this day. One of these days." Cool. Now we're getting to Rafi. This is the only time I really enjoyed her in this episode because she actually did something good. She found out what the Red Lady is. It was God, how can I describe this without showing it? It was a person, but it's also a thing. So she was like, what important things that are happening? She found out that Federation Day's coming up. And there's this statue of Rachel Garrett. I don't even know who the fuck that is, but obviously it's important. Oh, there's a dedication. So I didn't even read this shit. I was just really immersed in this fucking show. So I think she's got the La Serena, Rios' ship. Rios is dead because he decided to stay in the year 2024. Whoop whoop. And be a Mexican. Ugh. So Rafi gets to her destination. She's drastically trying to get into contact with the Starfleet. And next thing you know, you just see this little red thing dome over. And it looks like it's going to energize the building. But instead, it implodes the motherfucking building. And then it sucks it up. And then this shit right here above opens up and it drops the whole building. So it's kind of like a sinkhole, kind of like weird, like black hole type deal, which was really fucking cool. So, it's a weapon of mass destruction. Rafi realizes, oh shit. Meanwhile, the Flyboys, I'm just gonna call them Flyboys because that's how they were in the rest of this episode. The Flyboys, they find Beverly's ship. They see that there is a life sign. It's human. There's two life signs. There's one that's human, normal. There's one that's human and critical. They don't know if it's Beverly. Picard does the smart thing and goes run her DNA against the critical. Boom, perfect fucking match. So boom, they know it's Beverly. They know it's her. They know they found the ship. This is where the fun begins for these two. They both look at each other. They do that. You ready? Let's go. They land. Beautiful ship. And Picard gets up and he goes, "Oh, it's an adrenaline rush." He's like, "My hands are stiff." And Riker's like, "And my knees are go." He's like, "Well, as long as he's like, "Your hands are stiff, my knees are aching. Let's fucking go." I fucking love it, dude. So they're just like, "Let's fucking go. Let's do this." So they do the whole look. They go. They're looking. They're pretty much retracing Beverly's steps. They see the phaser fire over here on this wall. They see that there was a phaser. They see that there was a fight. They see that one person's dead. And they're like, "This isn't Beverly. This isn't the Beverly that we know from like 20 years ago." And John Luke's like, "Well, she, if she needed to do it, she could do it, you know." So Picard kind of knows in a way that she is capable of taking care of herself. She is capable of killing and doing things to survive and protect her own. Riker's never seen that, so he's not used to it. They kind of split up. Buh, 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 buh. Picard says he's going to the bridge. Riker is starting to kind of look around a little bit. But where you didn't see that there was a guy right behind Riker. Takes him hostage. Jean-Luc finds Beverly. She's like in a cryo chamber, but her life signs are very faint. She still looks good even for a fucking corpse. Anyways, she's not dead. She's not dead. She's just very faint. So Riker gets this guy. Okay, here's where we go. They go. Okay, so they have a little conversation. Riker headbutts him, gets the phaser, and he goes, "What the hell?" He's like, "You wouldn't. Why would you be on this ship unless blah blah blah? Unless you're somebody important to Beverly." And he's like, "Well, I am her son." Dun 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 dun. Okay, she's got a son. another son. It's not Wesley. This kid right here is her son. Now, follow me. Follow me real quick with this because this is how the episode ends. Um, I think no, yeah, kind of, sort, not really. We'll fast forward. Just follow me down this rabbit hole. After all good things, parts 1 and 2, and they're all seen playing poker. What if Picard and Beverly got together, hooked up? She got pregnant, decided he's not about this he ain't about this family life. Just dropped all communication with everybody she knew from the old Enterprise crew. Raised this kid, just kept doing her scientist shit. And now Picard is well, I think he's meeting his son for the first time. I honestly think this is the love child of Beverly and Picard there. I think Picard actually got it in. I think he got it in. And I think this is the product of the of that act. I may be wrong. I might be right. I don't know. I'm betting my bottom dollar I'm fucking right. Yeah, so while they're fighting, they get a distress call. Their warp drive is offline. They're losing fucking shit. He's like, they fucking found me. He's like, who? He's like, you're about to see. Out of the fucking clouds, this fucking ship, have no idea what kind of ship it is, comes on out with some very intense fucking music. And it fades to black. And in the end credits, I ain't gonna lie, the end credits were actually the title song to Star Trek First Contact. And that is literally how episode 1 of season 3 of Picard ends. It ends on a fucking cliffhanger. Because we don't know if we're meeting the Red Lady or if we're meeting a new villain. We have no idea if this kid is actually Beverly and Picard's love child. We have no idea what the fuck just happened. Troy and Riker's marriage are on the rocks. I could give two shits about that. Holla fucking Luya. Seven's living her best life, roaming around the galaxy in a Starfleet uniform, or so she thinks. She's having second thoughts. It happens. Because she does question her motives at one point in the episode of like, is this really worth it? Is Starfleet really worth it? Like, Janeway and you did push me kind of into Starfleet, and here I am taking shit from this guy, which I totally agree because that guy is an asshole. But I get where he's coming from because he's like, look, I've had this shit for 5 years, and he's afraid to get his dick wet. Let's just be honest. All in all, fuck. All in all, this episode was really fucking good. I usually rate my fucking episodes on a scale of like 1 being like just absolute, like zero to like 5. 0 being absolute, just ridiculous, and 5 being actually pretty damn good. And this is like, I'm gonna put it up there with a 4. It's good. It's not pretty damn good. This was good. I just really, really wish whoever, I can't remember the guy who took over this final season. I just wish he would have taken over this entire series because he did it right. The music was great. The CGI was great. The visual effects were great. The cinematography was great. The jokes were great. The old nostalgic Trek feel was in it the whole time. You were in it to win it. Yeah, there were some scenes that lagged a little bit, but guess what? In the scenes that lagged a little bit, you got a little bit more information. It didn't take you out of it. Can't wait for next Thursday. Like, that's the saddest fucking thing I could ever say about this goddamn show is like, I cannot wait for next Thursday to see what the fuck happens. Because now it's like, okay, you guys are a bunch of assholes. You guys you guys saved the best for last. And yeah, yeah, this was great. Oh, God. Will I rewatch this episode again? Maybe. It is the thing is this episode is very rewatchable. I probably will rewatch it just to see if I missed anything. I know I missed a lot of Easter eggs because as I was writing, I'm trying to look and write at the same time. So I know I missed a lot, but I got the gist of what the fuck's going on. And I know that the first two seasons were horrible. This season is so far, goddamn, it's good. It's fucking good. I hate saying it, but it is fucking good. Um, goddamn. I just they 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 made me they made me put my dick in my mouth. They made me told me so. They told me so. They were like, "This season's gonna be great," and I was like, "Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right." Now, fuck. I goddamn. They got me on the first episode. Let's be honest. This could be like The Last of Us. You could give me two really good episodes and then have your third episode and your fourth episode and your fifth episode be utter shit. Because let's be honest, The Last of Us, it's not going that video game route anymore. No more. It's off that track. I'll probably, you know what? You know what? When we get to what episode are we on? 6. We're getting midway there. I think I might just do a midway review on The Last of Us, like probably sometime next week. Maybe Thursday morning, and then watch Picard. Do my review on this bad boy. Because holy shit, that show. Anyways, but I don't want to get off track of what was a good show compared to a video game. Started off good. Now we're just in Hollywood woke bullshit. Anyways. Yeah. So that's the review. I'm shocked. I'm shocked to say this was actually really, really good. I'm shocked to say it. I'm really hoping they keep the pace. I mean, this episode was only, I think it was like 52 minutes, which was perfect. I mean, if they keep this pace for the rest of the season, it's gonna have a really badass of a buildup of an ending and a conclusion. Fuck, I just really wish that, god damn it, I really wish whoever took over this shit for the final season, they would have just given it to him. God damn. Damn. I hate to say it. Motherfuckers who saw the premiere, they're like, this is really good. And they were right. This was really good. But this is only episode 1. This is only the first episode, folks. We'll see about episode 2 next Thursday. So I'll probably stream it right around the same time. Maybe, maybe not. I might be balls deep in Call of Duty by then, but I will get a review in. But with that said, I'm going to wrap up this live stream. I'm going to fire up some Call of Duty. And yeah. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I would love to hear people's comments about it. If you did watch this episode, tell me what you thought. I may be wrong, but as this Trekkie fan is and I'm diehard. If you know me, I'm a diehard Trek fan. So when I say this brought back a lot of Trek nostalgia, it did. It was like watching a classic TNG episode with a little bit more advanced technology, and you're able to hear Beverly Crusher say shit with those. God damn, what a woman. What a fucking woman Gates McFadden is. Anyways, you're probably gonna hear me say that like throughout the whole fucking season. um, yeah. So yeah, that I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna play some video games, and I will catch everybody next Thursday. I'm not for sure what time just yet. I'm still bouncing around because Thursdays are my new days off, so I'm able to watch this and stream it whenever I want. So, yeah, everybody have a good day. Be good to each other, and we will catch you on next Thursday. Adios.